everybody, and today we're going to be answering the question of why does pony life exist? And of course for that I'll need to make a fan theory. So let's get started. So, in the series that pony life is based on, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the characters looked really different. And yes, Pinkie Pie is Pegasus in that picture. I don't know why, but sometimes in pony life, they like to hide ponies in the background with wings that aren't normally supposed to have wings. Like, for example, Sweetie Belle's unicorn here, of course, as always, but a couple scenes later, Horn just randomly mysteriously disappears with no explanation. Whereas in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, that never happens. But in G3.4, Ponyville pretty much just has Earth ponies in it. Well, except for these two ponies. So that leaves the question of why? The answer is this book. This book has been used many times throughout My Little Pony, and even in one of the Equestria Girls movies, where Twilight simply pulls it off her bookshelf like if she owns it. But take a look at these other episodes and movies that say otherwise. In the episode of My Little Pony, Twilight's Kingdom Part 1, Celestia and Lena appear to own the book. But in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Part 1, Twilight seems to have it in her library. Specifically the Golden Oak Library, which was destroyed a couple seasons later. Ignoring this, in the Equestria Girls movie, Twilight Sparkle pulls it off the bookshelf of her library, and her new castle that replaces the Golden Oak Library. It appears it did not get destroyed along with all the other books in the Golden Oak Library, even though the Golden Oak Library was completely destroyed. So what does this mean about this book? In this picture of the book right here, it looks kind of worn down and maybe old, which can mean that it's an old book, or that's indestructible, because remember, it survived a building being completely destroyed, and we have to assume plenty of other things in the past. So, what does this all have to do with pony life? Well, remember that video that I made about how I found more alicorns and LP merch? And how part of it involved this book, which was connected to a magical bookshelf, which was connected to these books, which was connected to alternate universes? Well, but wait, there's more. Since basically the whole idea of the alternate universes is that somebody wanted this painting to have ponies' hooves in the mud, but somebody else wanted them to be out of the mud, so they decided to make it out of the mud, but meanwhile, they made another universe where they put the hooves in the mud. So then the question is, what was the first universe of the pony multiverse? The Ponyverse? Anyway, it's none other than MLPG4. No matter what universe they travel to, whether it's through a magic mirror, Discord causing discord, or some other crazy thing, always is a little bit similar to Equestria. Like pony life, for example. But if all that's true, then what decision did a pony make that could have created pony life? Well, in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Twilight Sparkle was an alicorn, which therefore meant that she was a princess. Whereas in pony life, we see something very different. Not her friends or any pony else refer to her as a princess, which is kind of strange considering that she is an alicorn. But considering this is an alternate universe, that wouldn't be too strange, right? Well, it is kind of strange when you see this. After Larry staged series on YouTube about Pinkie Pie and how she has a game show, which is really funny. In the mini-series, Rarity reveals that she has made an app where you can make your own outfits, but on a cartoon version of yourself, called Rarify. But the cartoon characters in the app are all Pony Life style characters, which would suggest that it does take place in the same world as Pony Life. But in one of the episodes, Pinkie Pie says that Twilight is the princess of, and I quote, friendship, Equestria, and books. Not sure where the books came from, but okay. Twilight being the princess of the books. So if it's not Pony Life, and it's definitely not Equestria Girls, then what universe is it in? Well, I'm not really sure. The series gives us very mixed messages on this. Here are the reasons why it's confusing. Pinkie Pie is still friends with all of her friends from Friendship is Magic. But, in the episode where she interviews Rainbow Dash, they act like they don't know each other. Even though they were definitely best friends in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. The shows are more horse-like, and there are definitely different voice actors doing their voices in it. Not in Pony Life or in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, or any other generation for that matter. So it would mean that they have their own universe that hasn't ever been mentioned in any of the other My Little Pony stuff. But, to make it more confusing, in one of the episodes, Pinkie Pie talks about all her favorite things that she did in the last season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Which would not make any sense, considering that they all sound and look so different. I mean, I don't know, maybe somebody did a spell wrong and it caused problems or something. I really have no idea what's going on in this show. So then what universe does Pony Life actually take place in? The answer is none other than G3.5. In G3.5, there appear to be barely any Pegasi or unicorns, and never any alicorns. Ponyville is the only place in G3.5 that anybody actually lives in. The rest of the state, which we're just gonna assume is Equestria, is just forest. So what happened now that there's just Ponyville and Equestria and a whole bunch of Earth ponies, but only one Pegasus and one unicorn? Well, as of right now, I can't think of anything that would make any sense for that. But when I think of something, I'll definitely make a video for it. Well, that's it for this video. Bye, every pony!